2014 and 15, yeah, so I started slacking, but I think I just did it backwards. Girls who are transitioning into being young women, I started seeing. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Love Being Pretty, and happy 2016. So today's video is about me sharing firstly, welcome you guys to my I cannot speak. Firstly, welcoming you guys to my channel, and also just sharing a couple of my resolutions with you guys. Now I am feeling a little bit under the weather, okay, and I think if you did watch my previous video, you will maybe see a difference. I don't know, but you will hear a difference in my voice. I have no idea what happened, but my voice just became hoarse out of the blue, and now I just have a deeper voice than the voice I had like 6 months ago, which is when I filmed that moving video. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I really wish everybody a prosperous 2016, and I really do mean that, because I know that I just want to go all in this year. I feel like 2015 went to waste, or went to the dogs for me, because I just did not take advantage of certain opportunities that were at my disposal, mostly because I was just fearful and I didn't know what I was fearful of, but I was just fearful. So 2016 is definitely not the year for me to fear the unknown. It's definitely my risk-taking year. I'm generally I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I'm generally a risk taker, but 2015 just was not happening for me. So this year is going to be totally different, okay? So I just want to chat to you guys a little bit about Love Being Pretty. Love Being Pretty is basically my own. Is it a brand? Is it a campaign? I don't know what it is, okay? But all I know is that it's what I represent, okay? So I guess it is my lifestyle affirmation, something like that, okay? But it is more of an affirmation than anything else, Love Being Pretty. And the reason why I came up with something like that was throughout 2015, I noticed, not just myself, okay, I will say that I did let myself go in 2015. I was stressed out all the time. Even the smallest things would stress me out. I don't know why, but it just was a very stressful year for me. And I'm an observant person, so I did also observe a whole lot of women, or should I say girls, who are transitioning into being young women, in terms of them being financially dependent on themselves, something like that. So I did notice that a lot of them just didn't change, and I guess didn't change in their demeanor, and they just maintained their girlish ways, and which is fine, but a lot of them are just not embracing pretty. I mean, everybody is beautiful, but not everybody sees beauty in everyone. But I do believe that pretty is something that women just need to awaken to, and we need to start embracing it at some point. And when I say pretty, this might sound a little bit vain, but when I say pretty, I'm referring to you taking the time to make yourself look good, and to make yourself look the way that you would like to feel, if that makes sense. I know that when I wake up and I do my makeup and my face is all beat, I feel absolutely phenomenal, and I love looking that way. And I think I love the fact that I took the time for myself and I did this to myself, and I look absolutely stunning. I think I love that more than the end result. I love the feeling that I get from it. I love the satisfaction that I get from it. And I just feel like as you transition into being a woman, you sort of want to take the initiative and make yourself look good, invest in yourself, buy pretty little things, pretty cosmetics, things that make you look absolutely stunning. So yes, I decided, well, you know what, actually also having spoke to, sorry, sometimes I just think I'm not making sense, but also having spoke to some of these young women, should I say, I found that their excuses, or maybe it's not excuses according to them, but I found that their reasons, let me say reasons, let me not say excuses, I found that their reasons are rather just unfounded. Like, they just have no substance. Like, are you kidding me? You don't have time? If you do not have time for yourself, how do you expect to have time for anybody else? If you don't have time for yourself, then what do you have time for? Work? So you're just going to slave away for the rest of your life, and you're not going to invest in yourself and invest in how you look and invest in how you want to present yourself to people, to the general public. It's just really appalling. So I found that the reasons that they gave were rather ridiculous. I don't mean to insult anybody. And, another one of the reasons was that, the things that you need to make yourself look good. So that would be your cosmetics, that would be your makeup, accessories or clothes or whatever. Those things are really expensive. And I was really taken aback by that until my best friend was like, well, you are different. Like, you've taken a very, very deep interest in the aesthetic part of life, so you've also researched and found a whole lot of things that a whole lot of people just don't know about, and you go to places where a whole lot of people are just not willing to go. And that is very true. So I was taken aback when they mentioned that makeup and cosmetics, etc., all those things are expensive, because that just did not make sense to me. There is expensive makeup, definitely. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the lighting right. There's expensive makeup, definitely, but there's also affordable, great makeup brands out there. And here in South Africa, there's a whole lot of hints and tricks and tips, and just there's like a hoard of information, and you need to sort of sort through it and pick whatever's relevant to you. So my TV's on, like, yeah, so I just feel like I'm not making effort, but I really am. So I decided, well, you know what, I'm going to take it upon myself, because I've always taken it upon myself, to be honest with you guys. Whenever I see, especially when I see that this person tried to look a certain way, but they could have done it in a way that is more fitting to them. I'm always that girl who's going to give you advice and who's going to tell you to try 1, 2, 3. And, most of the time, or a lot of the people I've done that for just are well on their way, and they fell in love with it, because you really fall in love with taking care of yourself. You really, really do. And you gotta start somewhere. I never used to know how to do my makeup. I never used to know how to do my eyeshadow, and I just looked ridiculous. But at that point in time, it was just the fact that I took it upon myself to go get eyeshadow and use it, and go get BB cream and use it. And I took some time for myself, and I really, really felt great. So Love Being Pretty is all about, and I think I created a little slogan thing going on, or my mission is to inspire women towards a pretty life, a pretty heart, and a pretty mind. But I think I just said it backwards, but it's something like that, okay? And it really is, because pretty really starts with your mentality. If you do not see yourself as pretty, then you're probably not going to be attracted to pretty things, and pretty things being whatever, makeup, clothes, whatever you need to physically make yourself look pretty. And I believe in natural beauty 100%. Makeup is not made to cover your natural beauty, it's made to accentuate it. But you know, you can't just be like, oh well, I believe in my natural beauty, but you're not even lending a helping hand. There's only so much your body can do by itself. Lend a helping hand, literally. If you know, you like, oh, I have great skin, but then you just like have these breakouts, and it's like, are you kidding me right now? Like, could you take the initiative? Like, could you find out what your skin problem is, and could you research on what ingredients would be great for your skin and sort this stuff out? Yeah, I decided to start Love Being Pretty. I have sort of been trying to be an advocate for pretty, let me say that, and just like inspire women towards leading a prettier life. Like, oh, this filming thing, like I really find it difficult to look at the camera. I just want to look at the screen, but you know, I alternate between the two. What was I saying? Saying that I really wanted to be an advocate for pretty. In other words, I really wanted to spread the message and sort of, you know, share the information that I know and the information that I have. And why people give me so many compliments when it comes to me taking care of myself, me doing my makeup, me having great skin. I really wanted to share that from 2011. Yes, from 2011 towards the end of the year. But I've just been procrastinating. There is no reason why I just did not take the initiative, and 2015 was meant to be the year for me to actually sit down and be like, I'm going to invest in this and I'm going to do it. But I focused too much on the negative side of things, what could go wrong and what's not right at the moment, what I don't have, and I did not focus on working towards sorting those problems out, and rather focus on what I do have and what I can do, and focusing on what's more important, which is the message behind Love Being Pretty. It did not start off as Love Being Pretty. It started off as a whole lot of other things. Beauty by Miss Pommy, Beauty by me, so many things. It started at some point because, you know, I was busy discovering myself, and I discovered that I really love this African boho look sort of put together that really works for me, you know, because I'm very earthy. So then at some point I changed it to boho beauty, which was just not smart, because it's like that would only be relevant to me and a couple of other people who are into boho chic or something like that. You know, but I noticed that my style sense is not necessarily all boho. Like, it's just a mixture of me being South African and me loving the boho trend, and also just like the modern look. Like, I don't know, it's just an entire mixture. But I'm into headscarves. I don't know if you guys have seen a video of me wearing a headscarf. I like going so ghetto. I don't know if you guys have seen me wearing a headscarf before. Have I filmed a video wearing it? I'm constantly in headscarves. I'm constantly in one headscarf, which I got from a friend. It was really like, it was so precious and weird at the same time, because we decided to have this exchange party kind of thing where we exchange clothes and accessories, etc. And I gave away so many of my things just so she could give me that headscarf. I thought it was beautiful. It was just, I'm very attracted to earthy things, so browns, neutrals, golds, coppers. I'm very attracted to those kinds of things. So I had not seen that kind of headscarf ever before, and you know, India Arie has always been my role model. I've always looked up to her. So when I saw that headscarf, I was just like, India Arie would so rock that. Even though, you know, she's mostly in white and sometimes she explores with color, but she's a very earthy woman, and you know, that just really inspired me because I'm very earthy as well. So yeah, I gave her a lot of my clothes just for one headscarf. So I know the value we had that headscarf, and I'll wear it for days, and it just always looks good. Every time I put it on, I'm like, oh, this looks so good. But 2016, it's a new year. I'm investing in a whole lot of things. So I'm definitely going to invest in more headscarves. I mean, I got a black one. So I don't know if I'll do colors. It depends. I'll see. But I'll definitely do patterns. Not necessarily prints, but patterns, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. Textures. I don't know. But yeah, so that is in a nutshell. That was not in a nutshell. But that is basically Love Being Pretty. And, you know, it's something that I'm going to promote for the longest because I've made a decision to do so. And, you know, I'm just going to literally hold the torch and be like, women, prettify yourselves, please, and love being pretty. Just love it. Be pretty in your mind, be pretty in your heart. It's not just about the physical part, you know. For the physical part, or for you to even get to the physical part, you need to work on the emotional and the spiritual and the stuff that is not tangible. You need to work on that stuff. Okay, so that is what Love Being Pretty is. I am on YouTube, I am on Facebook, Twitter. I just want you guys to know from the get-go, I am not a social media frenzy person, because firstly, I don't even have the time to be monitoring 3-4 different social media. Like, I do have a life outside of my online presence, and I'm not going to let my online presence sort of outweigh my physical interactions with people. That's just not going to happen. So you know, I will post regularly. Obviously, like I said, I'm behind my Love Being Pretty brand, but you know, like, yeah, probably won't be as frequent as you guys would like. I know a lot of people just like post every hour or something. Yes, that will not happen with me, because I'm reasonable and I'm honest. So yeah, but I do have Facebook, I have Twitter. I've had Twitter for the longest, but I think the last time I used it was 2013. I hope not. But I recently posted my video on Twitter, or shared it on Twitter. So, and then I have just an About Me page, which is not necessarily a social media platform, but it's just a summary of who this girl is. Okay. So yeah, I do have Instagram, but it's my personal Instagram. I'm going to decide whether I do want to make it a Love Being Pretty platform, social media platform. I'm going to decide, but at the moment I just keep it personal. Okay. So yes guys, let's move on to resolutions. I don't want to make this video long, so I have a couple, and I guess one of my biggest, I don't even guess, like, I know that one of my biggest resolutions is establishing a constant online presence. That's definitely it's a new word. That's definitely one of my resolutions, because you know, I've been there and then not there, and there and then not there, and it's like every now and then I will sponsor my Facebook page, and then like I'll just people will like, and then it's like they're just liking, but like I'm not doing anything. So yeah, but thank you for liking it though. But it's like I haven't been doing anything, and I think it's just so amazing because people have still been liking like throughout 2015, and I haven't really been posting much. It got to a point where I just found it so overwhelming, and I think I put up a post and I was like, this is amazing, 3 more likes this week or something. It was really amazing. So if people can like when I'm not doing anything literally, I'm pretty sure people can like when I'm actually doing something. So I'm definitely working on being a constant social media presence, if that even makes sense. Yeah, so that is love being pretty. I love being pretty. I do. If I mean, obviously most of you guys don't know me, but the people who do know me and who have known me for the longest know that I love being pretty. I embrace being pretty, and I grew up with women who were like that, and I used to sit and look at them and I was like, what are they doing? Whilst they would spend the longest in front of the mirror doing their hair, doing their makeup, etc. Hence I'm a DIY. I do everything myself. I don't pay to get anything done because that's how passionate I am about being pretty. I do my own hair, face, etc. But yeah, we'll get to that as we go along. Let me just say that. Another resolution of mine, yes, you guys won't even know. I hate that my armpits look black because they're not. There you go. Another resolution of mine is to I don't know how I'm going to say this so that it makes sense to you guys. It already makes sense to me, so I don't know how to say it so that it makes sense to you guys. I want to be healthy. Definitely everybody wants to be healthy, but I do feel like health is relative. So I want to be healthy in my own way, okay? And by that I mean, there's certain things that I've noticed that I've developed throughout 2015 because I just didn't care about my health. I really wasn't taking care of myself. So those things are weight gain. I've gained a little bit more weight than is suitable for me, okay? So I'm heavier than I should be, firstly. Secondly, I've just developed like these small or tiny ailments that are just horrific. I developed gallstones out of the blue. Like I was just eating and I felt a pain on the side of my tummy and I was like, what the heck is going on? And the major one was that, but then also PMS. Yes, ladies, it's sad. So there's just, because I was really stressed out, and when I sit back and try to think, what was I so stressed out about like all the time, I have no answer to that. So I developed all these little ailments that I wouldn't have developed had I just taken care of myself. My eating habits are horrific. I'm working on it because they still are horrific. I'm going to switch on my television. They still are horrific. So yeah, like I can go the whole day without eating, and then later on in the day I will notice, I'm going to switch it back on, sorry. Later on during the day I will notice that I'm hungry, like just like late, like not even during the day, like in the evening I'll notice that, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. And I've been hungry all this time, but I've just been ignoring my stomach because it grumbles. And then I will binge eat, like I'll just want a humongous meal, and it's like, that's not right. So I just want to develop the correct eating habits. I want to get back to my normal body. I'm not a small girl. I've always been a big girl. I was 4 kgs at birth, so I'm definitely not a tiny girl. But I do notice that I have bulges in areas where I should not have them. Okay, so I need to get rid of that and get to my normal body. And okay, eating right, I mentioned I drink a lot of water, so that is like tick already. And just like getting regular exercise, but that's mostly for my heart. Like, I just want to have a really healthy heart. I am not a gym lady. I am not the kind of lady who go jogging in the evenings. I do not do those things. I hate sweating. I told you guys that I've always been a big girl, and I've always struggled with just being really, or feeling really hot and warm and stuffy, etc., etc. So sweating is my enemy. So I don't willingly put myself in situations where I just sweat up a storm. So gym, and gym is disgusting. I can't. I can't. So I will skip. My sister, she started skipping because she had 2 kids. She started skipping, and she made herself cucumber water, just water with cucumber slices. And she did that for, how long did she do it? I think it was about a month, and she lost a significant amount of weight. She wasn't running. All she was doing is just skipping. Every day when she came back from work, she'd just skip, and throughout the day she'd be drinking her water and obviously eating healthy meals like a healthy sandwich. I have no child. I've never had a child. I do not plan to have any kids anytime soon. So I want to have my original body and not look like I'm someone's mom when I'm not. So I want to really or rather I want to go back to the person I was. I used to invest a lot of time in myself, and it got to a point where it was just as important as anything. It was just as important as school. So, I'd have to have a schedule like, okay, I need to wake up 4 hours before my lecture starts because I need to do my hair, I need to do my makeup, etc., etc. And I was just that girl, and I've always done that. I've always done that since high school. My best friend Kwan used to think I'm crazy because I would literally wake up 4 hours to do my hair. I wasn't allowed to do makeup at school, but I did push the boundaries a little bit. I bought brown eyeliner, and I used to wear brown eyeliner, so I would notice it, but the seniors would not. So that was perfect. But my hair was always on point, and I was always on point. I never went to school looking a mess because I woke up 4 hours before school started. And the same thing when we went to camps. We used to camp a lot. I went to those schools where you camp a lot. Okay. So even at camp, I would wake up way before everybody else because I did not want to have to share the bathroom with other girls and wait in line, and people are giving me a time to shower. I do not want to do that. And sometimes I do not want to take a shower. Sometimes I just want to sit in the tub and relax. So I knew that, okay, I had to wake up a couple hours earlier to get all that stuff done. But I don't know, 2014 and 15, yes, so I started slacking. I started seeing flames. My skin went crazy. I started seeing flames for real. So 2016, I was just done. I want to go back to me. I was a happier version of myself then, and that's where I'm going. Okay, that's where I'm going. Or rather, I'm taking that person and I'm moving into the future with that person. Okay, so today is a great example. I woke up in the morning. It's the weekend. I don't have much to do. I woke up in the morning and I took a bath and I started doing my face, and I already had a look that I wanted to achieve. I wanted a very neutral, very coral look with a brown orange ombre lip. So I just did that, and I feel great because I thought about it and I actually brought it to life, and that means a lot to me. So definitely investing in myself more aesthetically. I'm just looking great, because when I look great, I feel great, because I love being pretty. Okay. Also, just understanding my taste, because my taste changes a lot. Like, I've literally just changed so much. But ever since I got in tune with the look that I love, like I told you guys, I love looking African and wearing headscarves and things like that. And I love neutral colors, very earthy tones, totally love them. So ever since I've moved in that direction, I've been like, yes, so happy, because it's me, it's who I am, and I love the way I look. I think I look phenomenal. It's better than when I still used to rock purple shades, and shades as in like eyeshadow colors, not like shades, not glasses, no. Just for interest sakes, if you're interested and if you love being pretty, today I'm actually wearing a blush as and they said on, I'm wearing a blush as my lid color. So this is not eyeshadow, this is actually a blush, and it's Catrice Love and Peach. I don't want to get into it, trying to hold back, but that just goes to show that you need to experiment with your stuff. You can't just buy blush and think it's only going to go in your cheeks. It could go somewhere else, it could go in your eyes, but that's a topic for another day. I need to respond to my messages. You guys, I'm real, so I'm going to keep it real on my channel. I'm not necessarily making content for kids or teenagers. So as I film, a lot of things that I talk about, or the things that I address, some of you might feel a certain way about them, but I'll be sure to let you know that this could be a sensitive, or this could be sensitive content for you. But for me, loving being pretty is an all-rounded thing. It's not just about how I look, it's about how I feel, how I carry myself, what I do, etc, etc. So you can expect some grown-up content on this channel, okay, specifically for women and men, raw uncut, because that's just me, that's who I am, that's how I am. I just feel like for you to be the woman that you are, the ultimate woman in terms of obviously you, then you need to keep things real, okay. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Salut.